She survived the Holocaust and made it her mission to make sure no one ever forgets, including children. I Will Protect You is a new children's book telling the story of survivor and longtime Indiana resident Eva Mozes Kor and her twin sister. Well, before she died in 2019, Kor teamed up with an author to put her story into a form children could understand and learn from. WRTV's Nicole Griffin reports.
Everybody has struggles, and everybody should concentrate ultimately that you can triumph and you can succeed.
It's a story of trauma, resilience, and sisterhood. As little girls, Eva Mozes Kor and her twin sister Miriam survived anti-Semitism, the Nazis, and horrific medical experiments at the hands of the infamous Dr. Joseph Mengele at the concentration camp in Auschwitz. Author Danica Davidson met the Holocaust survivor a year before her 2019 death. She began doing interviews to share Eva's story in a special way with young people.
I thought it was important that it's not just a personal story, but it also teaches kids more the context of the Holocaust, as well as the history of anti-Semitism, because you need to understand that history. Not only understand the Holocaust, but to understand anti-Semitism as it manifests now.
I Will Protect You shares the story of how the twin sisters dealt with prejudice, Auschwitz, and the emotions after the liberation in 1945.
I believe, and I can prove it, that children as young as 5 years old to 13-year-old are a lot smarter than people think that they are.
She was just so adamant about how smart kids are, how much they understand, and how we need to tell them these stories in an accessible way, because we haven't been, and we see what happens when we don't. And it doesn't mean you overwhelm kids with this, because this book also ends with Eva finding healing.
This book is just another way to share her journey. Eva opened the Candles Holocaust Museum and Education Center in Terre Haute in 1995. To this day, the space offers a chance for anyone to learn how she fought to survive, persevere, and share a message of forgiveness.
Eva's story is a fascinating one, and this book is written in kind of Eva's 10-year-old eyes, so to speak, and it's a powerful story.
Troy Fears is the executive director of the Candles Museum, and he says Eva's story is impactful for everyone and encourages adults to read the book alongside kids.
Even though Eva is gone and no longer with us, her memory is still alive, and the impact that she is having on others, again, of all ages, is still very, very powerful.
Working for you, Nicole Griffin, WRTV.
Now, earlier this year, the Indiana Historical Society downtown opened 2 new exhibits about Eva. Eva Kor, From Auschwitz to Indiana, focuses on Kor's life and legacy. Dimensions and Testimony offers visitors ways to connect with Holocaust survivors in an interactive way. Both are open through January 2024. And the book, I Will Protect You, is available at the Indiana Historical Society and bookstores and online. It's recommended for kids ages 8 through 12.